Welcome to Breakup Cheater. Today's story comes from a man who learned that sometimes, the person you love the most will turn into your biggest adversary the moment you draw a line they never expected. My name is Nathan Cole. I'm 36 years old and the founder of a consulting firm that helps mid-sized tech companies streamline their operations and repair broken systems. I built the business from the ground up over the course of a decade. It's not flashy, but it's mine, and I take pride in it. It pays my team, supports my lifestyle, and has earned a solid reputation in the Southeast tech scene. 3 years ago, I met Lena Carter at a mutual friend's 4th of July barbecue in Savannah. She was bold, quick-witted, and didn't hold back. Her first words to me were a joke about my awful shoe choice. I liked her honesty. She was 34 at the time, already running a thriving lifestyle blog with a strong following on Instagram. She did everything from home decor tips and travel vlogs to fashion guides. And she was damn good at it. We started dating shortly after, and about a year in, we moved into a rented high-rise condo in downtown Atlanta. The lease was under both our names. Everything felt stable, natural, the kind of partnership you think is built to last. A year and a half later I proposed. Nothing extravagant. Just us, a bottle of red wine, and a simple question. He said yes. We were engaged for 6 months. The venue was locked in. The dress was bought. On the surface, everything looked like it was falling into place. But then, about 6 weeks before the wedding, I brought up a topic I knew had to be addressed, even if it wasn't romantic. It was a Thursday afternoon. I'd just gotten home early from a client meeting. Lena was editing a vlog on her laptop, curled up on the couch. I sat beside her and said, "There's something we need to talk about before the wedding. It's not a big deal, it's just practical." She looked up from her screen. "What's up?" "It's a prenup," I said. "Something simple. You keep what's yours, I keep what's mine. Anything we build after the wedding, we split equally." At first, her face didn't change. Then she blinked twice and slowly said, "Wait, you want me to sign a prenup?" "Yeah," I said calmly. "It's not about you. Just smart business. I have a company, employees. It protects both of us." She shut her laptop. "So you don't trust me?" "That's not it," I said, already sensing the tension rising. "This isn't personal. It's protection. Just like insurance." She stood up. "If you think we need a prenup, maybe we shouldn't be getting married." That caught me off guard. "Lena, that's a pretty extreme reaction." She crossed her arms. "No, Nathan. You're planning for a divorce before we even say, 'I do.' That says everything." I stayed calm. "It's not about planning for failure. It's about acknowledging reality. This business is my life's work, something I built before I ever met you." She shook her head, disappointed. "You're putting your business before our relationship." "No," I said. "I'm just asking for the same respect I'd give you. If we broke up, I wouldn't expect half your followers or content sponsorships." "That's not the same," she snapped. "Isn't it?" "Yes." She poured herself a glass of water and leaned against the counter. "Do you know how this looks? To my family. To my audience. You want me to sign away my dignity like I'm some gold digger." I replied, "No one ever has to know. It's private. It's just a document that protects us both." She slammed her glass down. "If you want a prenup, then there's no wedding." She stormed out of the room. I didn't chase her. Instead, I sat in silence and let the clarity wash over me. This wasn't about trust or love. It was about control. She thought I'd cave, that I'd apologize for setting a boundary. But I didn't. That night, I packed a bag and stayed with my business partner and best friend, Eli. I didn't scream, I didn't beg. I simply emailed the vendors the next morning and canceled the wedding. When I woke up, my phone had 37 missed calls, all from Lena. I ignored them. Later, Eli showed me a screenshot from her Instagram. A black and white engagement photo of us. The caption read, "Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes trust breaks you." I'll never understand how it all fell apart over a signature. My heart is shattered. It had over 15,000 likes in less than an hour. The comments were brutal. You deserve better. If he didn't trust you, he never loved you. He's probably hiding something. I didn't respond. Not publicly. Not privately. That afternoon, her brother Tyler called me. Nathan, what the hell happened, man? She gave me a choice, I said. I made mine. You're really blowing this up over a prenup? I'm walking away from someone who thinks love means sacrificing everything I've worked for. There was a pause. She's a mess. You broke her heart. No. She staged a performance. That post. That wasn't heartbreak. That was PR. He hung up. 2 nights later, she showed up at Eli's place. I'd forgotten we still had location sharing on. Opened the door. She looked worn, no makeup, hoodie, tired eyes. I made a mistake, she said softly. I was scared. I'll sign it. Whatever you want. I wanted to believe her. But there were no tears. Just a carefully delivered monologue. Performance. It's too late, I said. She blinked. The act dropped. You're really ending this over paperwork. There's no prenup, I said. Because there's no wedding. And I closed the door. Few days later the reviews started. First it was 1 or 2. Harsh Yelp reviews. 1-star Google ratings. Then dozens. All from brand new accounts. Using nearly identical language. Arrogant. Unethical. Manipulates clients and women. Eli walked into my office with his phone. You seeing this? He nodded. The attack was coordinated. Personal. And clearly from someone who knew my business. One review mentioned a project bug only discussed in 2 meetings, both under NDA, and one drunken night I'd shared frustrations with Lena. I started saving everything. Screenshots. Peace. Usernames. A reviewer named Holly Haven caught my eye. The name matched one of Lena's influencer friends. Her review accused me of stealing code from interns. We didn't even have interns. I sent Lena a brief email. Subject. Final shared wedding expenses. Lena. The wedding is cancelled. Attached is a breakdown of non-refundable costs. Your share comes to $11,825. Please remit within 30 days. Nathan Cole. She replied in 10 minutes. Are you kidding me? That was it. The next day my credit monitoring app pinged. A late rent payment had been reported. I was the primary tenant. She hadn't sent her half and I'd waited, on purpose, to see if she would. She didn't. And the delay dented my credit score. She knew what she was doing. I called Nadia Rivas, an attorney I'd worked with on a commercial dispute years ago. Nadia, I said. I think someone's trying to burn my company down. Her answer was swift. Start collecting evidence. Over the next week, I cross-referenced usernames, emails, even Venmo handles. One account matched Lena's bridesmaid. Another matched her web designer. I even got a DM from Holly after asking about the review. If the shoe fits. Then she blocked me. Perfect. That week, a major client I'd been courting went silent. Eli called one of their execs. The answer. We saw the reviews. We're not looking for drama. That deal was worth $80,000. I had Nadia send a formal cease and desist to Lena, demanding immediate takedown of all defamatory reviews, reimbursement of the $11,825, removal from the lease with no further interference, legal responsibility for any further harm to my business. 2 days later my phone rang. Mr. Cole, a voice said. This is Marshall Carter, Lena's father. He tried to appeal to my sense of reason. You've made your point, but enough is enough. You're embarrassing her. No, Mr. Carter, I said. She tried to destroy my livelihood. You have 72 hours. 3 days passed. No response. So we filed suit in Fulton County. Causes: defamation, tortious interference, business damages. Their lawyer replied with a denial. Just opinions, they claimed. But we had proof. Gems. Screenshot overlaps. Coordinated language. The depositions made it real. Holly cracked under pressure. Lena tried to remain composed but admitted she'd shared business information with friends. Out of anger. The judge ordered mediation. Lena looked polished. Cold. But her hands were trembling. Their offer. $10,000 and no apology. Our demand. $58,000 plus NDA. Takedowns and full repayment. Eventually she broke. He humiliated me. You tried to ruin me, I said. They cave. We settled at $50,000 plus the $11,825, along with a non-disparagement clause, and full removal of all defamatory content within 48 hours. She moved out. Moved on. 8 months later, my business is thriving again. Ironically, a new client came from someone impressed by how I handled the legal firestorm. I heard Lena moved back to Ohio. Her following dipped. Brands pulled out. Background checks don't lie. As for me, I haven't dated since. Not out of bitterness. Just clarity. Love isn't tested in grand gestures. It's tested in quiet decisions. Boundaries. And whether the person you love respects them. He didn't. And that's why I walked. Sometimes the strongest thing a man can do is mean it when he says no. And stand.